Hello everyone, this is CEW here, back again with another Death Battle episode, and we're just moments away to 4 minutes away, it's 1:56 at the clock to the right, to see the highly anticipated Tom the Cat versus Wile Coyote. This one is, well, if you guys know, this one was the winner of the Tournament of Champions, which is basically Death Battle's ballot from supporters to see which matchup the people wanted to see. It was this one, and then second place was Kratos vs. Ashura. And this one is going to be fully animated from Jet Weiss, known for his other works. Probably his best one is Samurai Jack vs. Afro Samurai. And this one is fully animated, and Scooby-Doo vs. Courage. This is good. So we're going to watch the sneak peek that was shown, so you guys get a glimpse. Like I said, don't worry, looks really good. Especially that punch. But yep, just give you an idea. We're 3 minutes, and don't worry about the setup. I'll be back on computer when the next episode comes out. I will return to the computer format, so don't worry. But yeah, this one, in my opinion, I'm very excited for it. Grew up with Tom and Jerry, since childhood, and it's really cool to see in Death Battle. Wile Coyote of all people, but yeah, in my opinion, this one can go either way. Speaking of which, the Death Battle, because for those who don't want to, China just announced they are making a animated film, 3D of Tom and Jerry called Forbidden Compass. Supposed to come out in August, but it looks really good. I just turned off the audio in case of copyright, but look at that animation. It looks good. And that is it. Oh, crap. I love the Prince of Egypt. Oh, I did not meant to do that. But speaking of which, I also looked at as you can see here to the right, they did the prediction of Wile Coyote and Tom. But for those who want a short summary, they basically went with Coyote. But shout out to the G1 blog again. I read it yesterday. They really went all out with not with the animation. Basically, they went with Coyote because of his basically his acne arsenal, which hopefully will get mentioned in the episode. But in my opinion, this fight can go looks like it's gonna start soon. Let me just do it. But in my opinion, this fight, I'm gonna do my prediction because this one can go either way. I want Tom to win, but in my honest opinion, because of their Toon Force abilities and known for their determination and arsenal abilities, this fight can go either way. I'm hoping for Tom to win, in my opinion, but in all honesty, I expect this to be a draw. Because of their Toon Force ability and having their arsenals and all, rallying point, speed and all ain't gonna matter. It just depends. And then, as you seen in the previews, Coyote basically has Toon Force DNA, while Tom basically uses Toon Force to warp reality and all. Both of them, they have power. If you've seen Death Battle with Toon Force and all, Scooby-Doo vs. Courage, you're getting the same thing for this in other previous ones. But there is a lot of interesting stuff. My opinion is how Coyote, both of them gonna take down one another. Apparently Coyote, I gotta turn, no, okay, and go down. I don't want this script to get taken down. I'll just leave it. Don't worry, I'll come back when you do. But in my opinion, I am very excited for this matchup. I hope for Tom to win, but as you can see, I did make a joke. And in my opinion, it really comes down to how their character, how their personalities will counter one another, and basically their weaponry. Their weaponry will probably be a big factor on who will win. And Coyote, a lot of people agree, like, it go back and forth. Like, some people, like, mention that Wile Coyote is easily a winner, especially with that Toon Force DNA gun. Basically, he has a gun that takes out Looney Tune DNA, like a serum. And people believe, and in G Wong blog mentioned that it could possibly work on Tom because of like character like Steph for the cat, Stallone, basically Tweety Bird's enemy, and how like their things like their how they have similar characteristics with his 9 lives. All right, minute and 20. On the other hand, you got Tom, who not only has this abilities but also has magic, offense, and defense, and the mobile game actually like came big help. China made a Dead by Daylight clone, for those who don't know, mobile game, and apparently like they got some like world-ending feats because of mentioning Chinese mythology and all. It's very impressive. I didn't like. It's crazy how mobile games like became a big factor, like, and changing these fights. Like I had to deal with, not to self promote, but I actually had to go through 2 of them, with Skullgirl and Bridge Break. And the previous one, if you've seen Simon versus Demon, I got done with Neo versus Null, and like they're noble. Going through the mobile game aspect actually became big factors in the fight, and did change some stuff, but thankfully not too much for Neo and Null. Alright, I'm going to get ready for the episode. I am very excited. I expect this to be a top-notch fight. And don't worry, like I said, hope the screen goes well. I am waiting. I'm turning on the mute because got copyrighted last time. So, you said, oh, there we go. You're foolish, bell. That's good.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Yep.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat.
Backgrounds are great. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this up. Yep, they mentioned it.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out
There we
who
go.
will win a death battle.
The animation is pretty good, especially motion.
Tales told over shimmering campfire by the tribespeople of North America. There was no.
As I said, Death Battle. It really depends if Death Battle does make the. I hope they mention multiverses because, with Tom and Jerry. Because I missed that game. I really wish Ruby Rose were added. For those who don't know, multiverses just shut down in May, the end of May, and like one of the leaks confirmed that Ruby Rose was data mined to be playable in the game, and Pickle Rick as a skin basically confirmed she was in it. But back to why I called it Tom and Jerry. If Tom and Jerry gets mentioned in it depends how Death Battle does it.
Figure so cunning, so bold.
We're
As
gonna-
Coyote, to the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sewetmuk, he was a foolish trickster who could
Yeah.
die and return to life.
And to the Brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To
Yep.
this day, the great
Oh,
Coyote stalks the
species. That's a long one. Almost Iblis, almost anything. Okay, this is. Okay, shout out to like the research and all, because imagine going through all the Looney Tune episodes and like comics too, because comics played a big factor in like Coyote's winning for the G1 blog, including Tom too. But like Wile Cody had more insane ones that mostly get mentioned.
American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey.
I'm gonna take off.
Roadrunner. And
Alright, I'm gonna take off the captions because, it affects. Oh, inspired by Mark Twain and pre-19. I didn't know Mark Twain was an inspiration. That's cool.
Modern Wile E. Coyote is driven by a ruthless ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He
Yep.
chased that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not
Yep.
expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wiley was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary, and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy
Yeah,
task.
Wile Coyote occasionally speaks, more commonly in his crossover with Bugs, but is largely silent by Cage. He also is in like other collabs. It really does depend, but most likely. But for those who do know, he has caught Roadrunner in a few, so he did earn his way to speak. Just depends on the story.
Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
Yep.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still.
Yep.
Or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly,
Yep.
it's incredible that
From the
Wiley
preview.
manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all. But he does.
No,
Yep.
really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the coyote and the roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to
Yep.
take super speed supplement.
Okay, so for those who can't see, once filled the Grand Canyon with a normal shovel within seconds. That is faster than light. Dang. But yeah, Looney Tunes is insane. Basically, for G1 bar, they basically get immeasurable power and speed. You'll see later.
In order to move fast enough to outrun Wiley.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough.
Yep.
Fortunately, Wiley's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your classics like Dynamite.
The Looney Tune DNA dissolver. So see that one right there, the tiny Looney Tune? So they did add it. That's going to be a big factor in this fight. Depends, because basically that's a instant win for one of the instant wins for Coyote. It'll probably go into more detail, but let's go to the regular weapons, up and down. Explosives, firearms, bow and arrow, canyons, harpoons, slingshot. A lot. Katanas, heat-seeking missile, yep, chainsaw, flamethrower, net gun, powder, etc. Yeah, a lot of etc. Tools. Magic paint, yep, classic. Rope, quick drying cement, glue, grease, char, volt magnet. Yeah, I cannot read all of this because of my pronunciation. Radar gun, but you can see it in there. Let's look at the special equipment. Sleeping gas, yep. Lightning bolts, okay. Book, so he does have a magic. Molecular transporter, satellite laser, monetizer and demonsterizer, yep. Oh, lightsaber, of course. Oh, they're probably gonna have a lightsaber fight. Remember the meme with like Tom and Jerry lightsaber duel of fate? That was good. Like, people make good
Anvils and
edits.
spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet. A Reddit favorite,
Many of which he
Consumables, triple strength vitamins, hypersonic. Okay, Bonix potion. So he does have potion. And like Looney Tunes had their own mobile game, so that was also interesting. Let's see. This guy's Batman suit. Oh, Iron Man suit. Okay, so he does like in Looney Tunes. They make fun of stuff. Unfoldable door, fate leg palm, Green Lantern lean, etc. So yeah, because DC did some comics for Looney Tunes.
invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wiley has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same IQ as a
Yeah.
cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wiley is their most
So
devoted
yeah,
customer.
that's a change thing because in G1 blog, like the comics say he's a genius and all, so that's probably going to play a factor. but I'll keep my mouth shut. It could change.
contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clone-O-Matic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile uses is intentionally sabotaged, because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a Toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded.
Let's see. Regeneration, shape-shifting, electricity, immunity, fourth wall, and yep, Toon Force, weather manipulation. Basically reality warping. Yeah, erasure, hypnotism, like anything. Yeah, Toon Force's best summary is like reality warping comedy. No matter what, how cruel and all, it's basically, as long as it's funny, you can do anything you want.
Blasted into a constellation and overall verged for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Yeah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every Toon's got it, not just the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage.
Yep. Yep. In addition to that, oh, they're adding Space Jam. The bad one. So, yeah. Let's see. In addition to Daffy Survivor Erasure, Total Erasure, as you can see here, on 2 occasions, other Toon Force from Furball and Bugs Bunny have regenerated from soul destruction and returned from informational destruction. So, yeah.
Up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran Toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced Toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means Wile should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to...
Yep. Universal feats are common for weak Toons. So this is from the Tiny Toons from the 90s, like the Animaniacs era and all. So Emma survived the end of the universe. The Warner caused a bit... Yep. Animaniacs, I believe. The Warners caused a big bang, and Plucky once pulled a new universe from pocket and unfold at light speed. Yep, a lot. So they're going a lot.
The entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wile's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure.
His feet blew up the sun, grew to the size of a planet, turned into a constellation. Okay, so he turned into a multiple stars twice. Survived an impact size of North America, withstood a smash push in the moon, matched world runs dimensional speed, scored on the Monstars and Don Lisa, hunted Roadrunner bugs. Ooh, okay, so like these are good feats.
In his life mission, he's helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, oh snap, Cut the Roadrunner! Oh, wait, never mind. So damn close!
Yeah.
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
Yep.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated...
So, yeah, that's actually surprising, but also makes sense. So, in the G1 blog, they even mentioned, like, allies and, like, how the animators and, like, narrators and the creators were major influence of the fight, because it does make sense. It really, because these guys, like I said, Toon Force is strong. They even impact the creators.
Shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession. Faulty.
So while Toon creators like Michael Mullins had asserted they were unaware of these rules, Jones himself outlined them clearly in his biography. So they went all out with this research.
Products and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decade since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry failson? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
Yep. Okay, so that's actually was a great preview, and going to the animators. Especially that ending. In my opinion, similar to Obi-Wan and all, that's probably going to be thrown out of the window because of, the rules of Death Battle. See, without limitations and all. Unless it's like Darth Vader vs. Obito, really depends on how the fight is done. But that's just my opinion. It really depends, but the writing so far is good.
The year was 1939.
Seems like they're gonna go all out.
Raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Yep.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin,
1940. So dang. Another reason why World War II helped save lives. Jokes aside, Thomas D. Jester Cat. That's actually a good name for Tom. I forgot about that. Breed British short cow. Inspired a certain rubber pirate. Monkey D. Luffy? Are you serious? Huh, that's actually cool. Portrayed by 11 voice actors, Tom and Jerry is like that iconic. There are satellites named after Tom and Jerry. Yep. Filled in for... Okay, so that's the end. Okay, looks like a cousin who was scared of mice. That makes sense. That's from reference of one of the shorts. But yeah, the others are like from spin-offs. Or like parodies. Like the Wizard of Oz and Sherlock Holmes were pretty good. I forgot about Alice in Wonderland. I need to look into that. But those are like the movie shorts. Films.
William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
Yep.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two-Shoes.
Don't you love the 40s? Kind of wish they brought that back. It just, cartoons weren't the same, especially Tom and Jerry. Like, they made them more strict and all. Let's see. Across Tom and Jerry's history, Tom has been under various households and owners. As such, these owners can be used to identify the era. So yes, as you can see from here, this was one of the first owners. since the 40s. Don't you love it?
Let's say very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face.
Yeah.
Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend.
Yep.
Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions.
Nice Garfield
And for Tom,
reference.
harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mouse kind. Sure, most of it is the stuff he can find around.
Yeah, this is a great thing, but I'm curious of what the next fight is. Like, a lot of things go. But back to the weaponry. Arsenal, boomerang, boxing gloves, household objects, garden, sight gear, mining tools, weaponry, parachutes, model clothes, baseball bats, wheel skates, etc. Wartime supply, so like regular weaponry. Reapers, pistols, shotguns, musketeers, explosives, etc. Oh, special equipment. Anti-dog spray, that's probably going to be an interesting one. House True, Fantasy Cream, Invisibility Potions, Wishing Bone, Magic Green, yeah, Fairy Star. Yeah, I wonder how that will counter the DNA stuff. Like, can he just wish himself down? Like, that's going to be interesting.
The average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes,
And guns.
Yep.
Lots and lots of guns. But
Oh,
he's got wacky
wood. Clubs, swords, mallets, magic rounds, and bow rail. Yeah, Tom has a lot of more magic. Object fusion, transmutation, weather creation, snowstorms, traders, codes, etc. Cat car, vehicles. Yep, from the racing movie. That's probably one of the favorite ones, like the racing around the world. That was kind of good and funny, especially when it came out as a kid. Appeal, knight armor, spacer, disguise, any disguise he wants. So
things
yeah.
like a magic wand, a robocat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him
Yeah.
all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the Rewind Remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Oh,
Tom's
Fast
arsenal
and
is
Fury.
heavily-
That was a good one. The Cat Furies blast through Australia, destroy Mount Everest, soar the electric ocean, close the Grand Canyon. Oh yeah, I forgot about those, but other ones. But like I said, it was just a good movie overall.
improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Though he often loses his bout with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And
Yep.
even in defeat, he's one tough son
Very
of a
smart.
gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom
Yep.
actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Yeah. That is funny.
Oh, Wiss was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled
Oh,
on that episode.
that's funny.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically
Yep.
go get them back from hell. Where all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but
Yep. So, dimensional travel, reality warping. So his is a little different to how he used his Toon Force. As you can see, hammer space, shape-shifting, cloning. Some of the stuff Coyote have, but like the 9 lives and all, dimensional travel, like that's gonna be interesting. How that plays out.
there isn't much of a limit to what Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and
Yeah.
enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Toy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were
Feats lifted the sun, obliterated a planet-busting asteroid. Yep, that's where the meme Tom and Jerry Dragon Ball came from. Ruined countless countries in his vehicle. Dodged lightning and lasers. Oh, seems like he's not getting the mobile game. So, yeah. That's probably going to be a problem. Launched it in space by explosion. Terry took Jerry's punishment for 80 years over and defeated Jerry, Butch, Dopey, the Abyss. Oh, wait, the Abyss? I think that's from the mobile game. So, yeah, that's actually going to be... I almost missed that. That's actually going to play a big factor. Okay, so they did add
the
it.
times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He tanked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so that one actually almost got me. Let's see. Tom scares to Dopey and Scary Scroll, who having defeated Tom and the latter and Tom and Jerry the Magic Ring for the Game Boy Advance. Dopey was superior to a criminal who outran... Oh, yeah! The animation trio. That's a good one. Screwy Screw was fast enough to be in two places in one at mid-combat. So they are adding the immeasurable speed. So, yeah, that's actually... That actually was a close call. I was actually going to go with Coyote winning there.
Massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now.
Yep.
But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And
Yep.
they've worked together
That's
tons of times to save the day. Like when they helped a little orphan girl,
Yeah.
Starling, find her way
That's
home.
a good one.
Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when
Yep.
we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase.
There we go, the mobile game.
Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. They
Dang.
were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness.
There we
This
go.
Mysterious, malevolent
Infinity.
force to consume the tree of life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely insane.
Yes, the mobile game coming clutch. Yeah, that's actually going to be... I bet a lot of reactions are just like Boomsay, like, where did this come from? And like, China is not done with them. Like, in August, that Golden Compass I showed very early in the video, it's supposed to come out soon. So I'm very excited to see it. Especially looks good and like, good. Let's see, there was little to suggest that the Tom and Jerry MG multiverse contains the infinite cosmos within it. However, the Tree of Life must at least compress at the heavenly abyss and earth realms, as the darkness threatened all of Chase worlds. So yeah. And also, like, them interacting with DC and all,
It
multiverses.
is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However,
Yep.
it is officially licensed by Warner Bros.
Yep.
Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
Yep,
So that the
there we go.
gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly fun.
No.
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has
Maybe
actually
that's a
managed
reference
catch
to,
the little rat fair and square a few times.
On my count of
Maybe, I'm going on by, maybe Wiz is like making sex jokes because it's like hinting at or foreshadowing the next fighter. So maybe like a succubus and all. But I'm just looking too much ahead. Let's just look.
the original shorts 19 times.
I can
Yep.
watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still
Love
a
it.
filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is
Beerus.
named after Booze.
Yeah.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Yep. Alright, my thoughts of the winner. I think this could turn out a tie being immeasurable. But however, if I really want Tom to win, and it looks like it could hit. Besides the DNA thing, Tom has like magic. It really depends on how the Toon Force counter each other. And all speed and all is probably going to be taken out the window. And strength, because they're basically immeasurable in like universe to multiverses level. And yeah, it really, like, this is, I'm going to say it's a tie, similar to Scooby-Doo versus Courage. But I really want Tom to win. And if one of them wins, it better be a good reason. But I also think Tom will win because of them hinting. Like, Tom is, like, his character and all of him, like, planning and always being ahead of trying to do it, while Coyote, he is smart and all, as shown in the thing, so, but relies on his weaponry, while Tom, like, plans. But I'm probably thinking too much.
Guess what?
Oh.
Death Battle has merch now.
I'll leave this
That's
here,
right,
but
Boomstick, and you can
I'll
pick
probably
stuff for
sign up
yourself on a
later.
brand new website, deathbattle.gg.
I'm happy for
Just
them.
click the merch tab at the top. We've got mugs, stickers, shirts, and more.
I'm partial to the official researcher's notebook. I promise it's not a death note. See, it says so right on the cover.
Sure. There's also exclusive merch for website members, like my beer cooler, which keeps my beer nice and cold. And I guess, theoretically, other beverages too.
Then there's the limited time game over team,
Yeah.
which won't be available much longer.
So funny thing is that lady and all, apparently, she like became canon and all. Like, a lot of people loved her, so much so that Reddit started making artworks of her in like fan fictions. Like, and like I said, this was just a 2 or 3 second screen of like her dying and like Mateos versus Shigaragi. So yeah, I hope she comes back and like becomes an official thing. I even joked about like Wiz or Boomstick, like them, her being one of their wife and all. But like I said, I'm excited. I'll probably buy one after this. I'll think about it.
If you want it, go grab it quick.
We'll be releasing more stuff throughout the year, so check back for updates. Picking up an item or two really helps support independent Death Battle, so we want to say a big thank you to everybody that's already placed an order.
Head over to deathbattle.gg and pick the piece of Death Battle swag that's right for you.
What I also like that they didn't mention is that all the Death Battle episodes are on there. Unedited and all, and uncensored. So, it archived. So, that's really cool.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data
Let's go,
through all
Tom.
It's
possibilities.
time for a
Oh,
Death
36
Battle!
minutes, so yeah, this is gonna take. Alright, let's hope the animation is good. But it looks good. Nicely done. A-holes. That's funny. Attack for victimus. That's funny. The animation looks good as well for hand drawn. Oh! Smuggus. It's actually, like, the background looks good too. Oh, the memes! Power. Oh, he didn't say it. Fight! That's funny. Oh, they teamed up too. There we go. Dang. Wait, World War II? What the? Wow.
You apes, you want to live forever!
That's actually good. This is actually good. Dang. Oh, here comes the acne. So yeah, acne is gonna. You also know it's gonna be a big factor. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh dang! There goes all his lives. This is probably gonna affect him. This is funny. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Okay, this is actually funny. This is good. Oh, yep. Pour awareness. Oh, it is. Ooh. So, okay. This could go either way. Oh, he's actually winning? No. There we go. Fake out. I figure it. That was good, though. That was good. I ain't complaining.
Coyote, super genius.
I'm not gonna complain. I figured that was the outcome, but I like that episode.
Thank God, one of them actually died this time. I mean,
Yeah,
no!
that's a fun.
Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful. They weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were
Okay.
strong enough to contend with universe-threatening.
Alright, while the trio light compresses at least infinite, the animators transcend as a whole. Okay, so yeah, millions of timelines. So basically, while infinity, they got like stats. So that part was obvious.
Phenomena, but comparing Wile to Plucky Duck,
That makes
Looney Tunes
sense.
can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile could
Even also scaling Ronan Coyotes outdoes Koala by feet. His massive feet are more numerous and impressive, and he low scales his two, who are faster than anything. Okay, that does make sense. So I won't
keep up
argue.
with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom.
I did say though, I'll give credit to myself. Oh, my bad. I did say that the Toon Force abilities will play a factor, and I was right, but I wasn't right about the stats feats. So that the Toon Force affecting their build, their
Wile
strength,
gets the edge in
that does
stats.
make sense.
Wile's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or
Yeah.
not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown
Ooh,
to malfunction.
honest comparison. Even, medium, transmutation. Okay, advantages. Trabocaris in your acne power, gear warfare, and smart cap increase in intelligence and odds of winning. But while Coyote had a better regeneration, that makes sense. He got erased before. So yeah, the Toon Force abilities play a factor. Various forms of mind control could steal souls, countering 9 lives. That one actually makes sense. Had better ways, more arsenals to affect time, makes sense. And magnanimous attack to Tom's tech. So yeah, okay, that actually makes sense.
He still
I agree
covered
with that.
everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney
Yep. Oh, that awful movie really screwed him. That makes sense. Can't surpass regeneration greater than Tom's function to this. It's kind of funny how Looney Tunes now decided to have their own counters of Toon Force and all. That makes sense, though. The official Warner Bros. Twitter account even stated that Tom and Jerry meet the criteria for being toony. Okay. Yep, suggesting they'll be following... Oh, Twitter. Yeah, that makes sense.
DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual actual DNA molecules.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the loony ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell,
Yep.
it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated
Yep.
by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently
Yeah,
more
I
flexible,
figured that.
pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as
Yeah.
a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the
Yeah,
answer,
that
we
makes
dug
sense.
deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where
Yep.
Wile yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Yep.
Throughout his entire history, Wile's
Yeah, that makes sense. Depends on the lore, and apparently acting also plays a stunning role in Wile's failures. Apparently, even having a hand in all of it. And Cartoon Network's acting out a TV spot, he immediately caught the role rather using simple. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. This, like I said, this is a great
cosmically
episode.
ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or
Yep.
other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades.
Yes.
Even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the loony DNA
That's
dissolver.
true.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention. A direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitation.
That makes sense. Even if the DNA disorder was excluded, Wile could put Tom down. Yeah, I do agree. Even without his trump card, Coyote's arsenal, he had the counter. Whether his soul sealing, freezing him in time, hypnotizing him to pulling a Dio Brando, all things Wile has and done before. Tom's only win to Station. Okay, so it's similar Galactus versus Unicron, basically. While Unicron could use his ultimate weapon against him, the power and abilities were just too much. So I do agree with that.
On the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile. Whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave
This
one
was a
hell
great
of
fight.
chase and
Yep.
left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is
That was a
Wile
great one.
Coyote.
Okay, next time.
On Death Battle.
Spider-Man? Oh no. They did it. No. Okay.
Subscribe and join as a member.
I like how people were arguing earlier about Deku of how he was robbed and Asta was a terrible fight. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's terrible. It's Miles. Okay, that is completely misleading. It's basically Miles Morales versus Deku. Yeah, this is going to be a full-on Deku win. I'm not seeing the Spidey sense may help, but Deku is just superior. So this is a one-sided win, in my opinion. But yeah, so it's basically Miles. Yeah, that was unexpected. So that's interesting. Hold on, I gotta watch it one more time because I thought for a second it was Spider-Man, actual Peter Parker versus Ladybug. Okay. So, yeah, basically Deku versus Miles Morales. You know what? I'm not upset with that. When I return. But, yeah, full-on Deku. There's no way Miles going to win that. unless they pull up something crazy. But overall, episode was great. Probably not the, probably top 3. Like, I enjoyed that from start to finish. And this is after Simone versus Kyle. Like, this was definitely worth it up there. Probably one, I would say probably up there as one of the best episodes for this year. Like, from start to finish, it was entertaining. They went all out with their arsenals. The animation was great, and I really did enjoy the humor and all. No flaws in all, and like the favorite part definitely had to be the Tom and Jerry, like Boomstick reacting to the game. But like I said, I do agree with the reasoning. Like, even with like the Looney Tune logic for Wiley, it was just too much for Tom. Tom and Jerry never have did that type of stuff that the Looney Tunes have done. And even with the DNA stuff, took in like the DNA taking out the Toon Force powers of the DNA solver. Wile Coyote's arsenal was just too, and like stats was just too much. And like I said, I'm ready for Miles Morales to get bodied. Who is Miles Morales? Get bodied by Deku. But overall, great episode. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy and all. And I'll answer with a question. What was your favorite Tom and Jerry and Looney Tune episode? Like, any type. For me, Tom and Jerry was a childhood of mine. I really loved the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Mouse. That one was just got like one of the best ones they did. And Looney Tunes, that's a tough one. Ooh, I did the new Looney Tunes, like the Looney Tunes show. So probably anything from there. Probably the second episode where Bugs Bunny meets Laura for the first time and accidentally marries her. Like, that was funny. But overall, can't wait for the next episode. I'll see you next time. And hope you all enjoy your 4th of July and Father's Day and like summer. It's very hot, so I'm going to upload this. See you all again. Stay awesome. Deku Solos.